Really would like for you to watch this video just because there's a lot of things that are kind of just thrown under the rug or not addressed, or just times where you feel uncomfortable in a setting. And you always have to pick and choose your battles, that is without a doubt. But don't ignore these issues, these social issues, these issues that go on every single day, because you are in this country. Wherever you are, you could be in the middle of the desert, you could be in the middle of an island. You should be respected no matter what, and we should always respect our patients no matter what. Of course, our colleagues, people we work with, so on and so forth. I shouldn't have to tell you guys that, but there are people who do not realize that they're insulting another person. I am going to share with you certain encounters that I have had where I have felt really, really, really uncomfortable in the dental field. Culture is just so accepted now, more than ever. Being different is just very accepted now, more than ever. You have a career of such power and influence on people. You really have to take that into consideration. There was a time, okay, I don't know which story I'm going to get to first without heating myself up. But for those who don't know, I was a dental assistant in an urgent care facility. And in these operatories, there were TVs set up on the wall. This patient comes in, she sits down, the news is on. On the news, the headline was terrorists. I was setting up XCPs for her x-rays, and she pretty much just blurted out, these Muslim terrorists, these Arabs, right? And I mean, when you look at me, obviously I have a Kiss T shirt on right now. I'm in my room. I'm, just talking in front of a camera with a microphone very freely to you guys, and I'm just venting. But I'm in a professional setting. I'm in scrubs. I look professional. I speak professional. I respect everyone. And I'm just in there she probably has no idea that my father is Arab, that makes me an Arab. Yes, I was born in this country. Yes, that's a fact. Yes, I am of lighter skin tone. But I speak Arabic. My family back home, they are Muslim. My father is a Muslim. And this woman just blurts out, these Muslim Arabs, these terrorists. Honestly, to this day, I will never, ever forget that encounter. That's for you guys to know that there are people in this world who are completely just whacked out of their mind, because there's no other, word to describe that person besides being completely whacked. I don't know if you guys ever heard of silence is a deadly killer, something along those lines. She said it waiting for a response from me. And I completely just gave her that silence, because I go off vibrations. My energy is so strong that you would know exactly how I feel, and without me saying a word, because that's just how I am. I'm an empath, right? I looked at her. I was in shock, complete disbelief. That was an incident where I was in uniform. Okay, I was a dental assistant. I was a professional. And I had to just keep my mouth shut, right? Now, you guys and girls, my people, you are going to understand why sometimes it's just better to, not say anything. That was one encounter in a professional setting, in a dental setting. Another encounter I had, this was actually in dental hygiene school. And, I love all my girls. At the end of the day, we were in a learning stage, but just because you're in a learning stage and you're learning how to be a dental hygiene clinician doesn't mean that you're learning how to be a human being. Just want to clear that up real quick. So I'm in one unit and my colleague is in another unit, but in clinic, I can hear everything that's going on. Everyone can hear what's going on. That's first and foremost. Second, you shouldn't even be talking. Like, our staff, our teachers are very, very strict on what we say in clinic. Clinic should be clinic talk. It shouldn't be boyfriend, girlfriend talk. It shouldn't be what you did this weekend talk. And I mean when you're with a patient, because I wasn't I wasn't a robot Martian in there, like I would talk to my classmates when the time was necessary, right? When I heard this conversation go on in clinic, I was shocked because I just was. I'm with my patient, okay? And I just hear my colleague's patient starts talking about immigration and immigration laws in this country. This man was talking about immigration and immigration laws and the president that we have right now and how he feels this way and he feels that way. And then he said a sentence like, immigrants should not be coming to this country. Okay. Me saying that right now is just giving me like hypertension. I was like, who is this man? I was like, who is this man? Who is this man? Why is he in this clinic? We do not tolerate this. Okay, this is me thinking in my head to myself. But then my professional side came in and I was like, it's his beliefs. He can say whatever he wants. Freedom of speech, right? But when I heard my colleague engage in that conversation, that's when I really took that to heart, because as a clinician, you have to keep it professional. Whether you agree with your patient's beliefs or not, you should not be agreeing pretty much with what this man is saying. You should be like, I don't really talk about politics, or change the subject, talk about OHI. But why are you talking about immigration laws while you have a patient in the chair? I mean, you have colleagues that their parents are immigrants, they're immigrants, okay? Why are you engaging in that kind of conversation? That's another encounter that I had, okay? This is real. This is real life. This really goes on. This is really happening. Stereotypes are stereotypes. I'm sure everyone here, including myself, has stereotyped somebody. I stereotype my own people, like Arabs and Spanish people. I'm Colombian and Jordanian. I'm not sitting here and saying that I'm perfect and that I don't stereotype people, because that's a lie. Everyone does. But that doesn't mean that I'm a racist and I have a hate towards a certain group of people, or I have a hate towards, a person because they come from another country. If you are going into this profession and you have a hate for a person of a different color, a different background, a different religion, you are completely you need a different career path. You need a different career path. This career path is not for you. I feel like there are a lot of people in professions, not just dental hygiene, but in professions for the wrong reasons and just don't care about their patients. They don't care about their patients' history, their background, none of that. You're not just, treating patients of your own kind. It just doesn't work like that. Every patient has a story. Every patient comes from a different background, and every patient has their own beliefs. Like, this guy was a man who discriminated people who did not like immigrants. Okay, because I witnessed it. I heard this man talking about him not liking immigrants. Okay, that he felt immigrants should not be in this country. Period. Those are his beliefs. That's cool. I'm going to experience many patients who have many different beliefs and so on and so forth. But as a clinician, doesn't give you the right to engage in these conversations. So when you are out there in the work field, be empathetic and know professionalism. Know when to engage in conversations and know when not to. So, for example, when I was a dental assistant and this woman started talking about Muslims and terrorism and Arabs, I could have easily put this patient in her place, but that's not professional of me. It's not, because everyone, no matter if I address this one person, there's a million other people in this country who have the same beliefs as she does. Moral of the story is pick and choose your battles, be professional, and keep that nonsense in your own home. Do not wear scrubs. Do not wear a uniform. Do not categorize yourself as a professional when you're not acting professional. That's just my opinion. Okay, those were like two huge main things, like two main direct encounters that I had, me, where I personally felt offended. Like, I've had other situations where I can also sit here and think of just like discrimination in general. I worked with a girl. I think she was Jamaican. I'm not even sure, but that was my girl. Like, me and her, we clicked. We hit it off. We would hang out after work. Like, that was my girl. I still cherish her very, very much. I would witness little comments that were made by a dentist. I remember she was Black, obviously, and this another Black girl was hired. And the dentist, she happened to be Korean. So, I mean, it was just like, it was a comment that was made, and then she came up to me and was like, yo, you are not going to believe what this dentist just told me. And I was like, what? She was like, she went up to her. The dentist went up to my girl and was like, oh my God, they hired another sister for you. And I was like, when she told me that, I was like, no, she did not. Like, no, she did not just say that. And I don't know if, like, because this woman was just weird. Like, I don't know if she just had a hate towards people, or she was just dumb, or like oblivious, or had no filter. I don't know what this woman was thinking when she said that to my friend. I was like, oh my goodness. No, she did not. Like, no, she did not. Why? What makes people think that they can just open their mouth and blabber out inappropriate comments and jokes? What is good? What is up with, what is going on? What is up with these people? Like, how? So there were times that I would get more angry, more agitated than my friend would. I'd be like, yo, she's bugging. Da, da, da. And she'd be like, no, she doesn't mean it. And she was Black. And she's like, no, she doesn't mean it. Like, she's just being, but I know if it was me, I would get offended. I really would. I would get offended. I wouldn't say anything, obviously, because you're in a professional setting, but it'll sting a little bit, right? Like, we don't want to go to work and feel like we're being harassed or discriminated. I also remember my girls, this is when like the corn, like the Dutch braids or the French braids going down, the two Dutch braids, I believe, the colorful ones. This is when they were in style, like really hot in the summer. So I remember I told my friend, yo, I want to get them so bad. Like, they're so cute. I literally went to a Jamaican spot. I got my hair. I bought the weave in a beauty supply. And I went in the salon. I had such a good time. They're probably looking at me like, what the hell are you doing in the salon? But mad cool, great experience. I go to work. Okay. I rocked the shit out of like these two long ass weaved up braids. Okay. Like, they went down to my butt, and I'm working, and the same doctor, she looks at me and she's like, what's up with your hair? She's like, oh my God, why'd you do that to your hair? And I'm like, what do you mean? What do you mean why I did this to my hair? And I pretty much was like, I love my hair. I love how it came out. She's like, oh, you did it like your girl. I don't want to say her name, like, so-and-so, which was the girl that I worked with. And I'm like, yeah, I like my hair, and I did it because I wanted to do it. I don't know. I'm just ranting right now in this video, but there is a lot of hate, discrimination, judgmental people up in this world. Okay. And you, as a dental hygienist, as whoever you are, a teacher, a doctor, a lawyer, a cop, whatever you do, you have the power to set an example and to make the world a better place. And I love the fact that I was given an opportunity and I worked my ass off to become a dental hygienist because I have the power to make a difference. I have the power to make a change, to take a stand, and to promote oral health for all people. All people. All people. Another girl, I worked in a community health center. Her hair was in weave, like she had braids, and they came up to her like, your hair needs to be, you can't have that hair at work. And I'm like, why can't she have that hair at work? I'm just confused. Like, why can't I rock my hair like this? There's just an approach. If you're really that concerned of infection control and aerosols and all this stuff, there's a girl with natural long hair. She has natural long hair. She's a hygienist and she's cleaning teeth with her hair like that. Why haven't you told her anything? Haven't you told her to put her hair up? So I just think like people are just, I don't know what it is. I don't really want to say too much on this video because I don't want like my personal opinion to be on here, and like I don't want to offend anyone. I'm very neutral. I'm not a biased person. I like to be neutral, but I'm also very fair. And I feel like the point of this video is to bring awareness. You know, just bring awareness and to let you guys know that you will be in positions that are very uncomfortable. But you really have to pick and choose your battles, and you have to be aware of the people around you. I get confused a lot with my ethnicity, with my religion, with my background, my upbringing. And it's really funny to me because you really see people's true colors and where people's minds are. But you have the power to be better than those people and to treat people fairly and to treat people with respect and to show them the kind of person you are. No matter where you come from, no matter your background, please be professional and just never forget where you came from. And I love my program and I love my teachers because that's what they taught. They always taught never forget where you come from. And that is huge for me. I wanted to bring awareness, and I want to let you guys know that you will encounter these kind of situations and, you know, these kind of patients and these kind of colleagues and these kind of people in general. There was a comment in my comment section down below of asking me where I would work. I wanted to make a video on like where you can work as a dental hygienist. I just want to put this quick message. Don't limit yourself as a dental hygienist, like age group, or I really want to work here because blah, 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 so and so. Like, you have so much to offer as a dental hygienist. Don't set yourself up. You know, like definitely temp, work in different areas, work with different age groups. You want to work with children, if you want to work in a nursing home, a hospital, so on and so forth. You want to work with people in the prison system. There's just so much room for growth and opportunities that in the very beginning stages, like for me, I don't want to just say, oh, I want to work here. Like I would definitely want to temp and work different places because we have a lot to offer. So that's just my opinion. If you want a video on that, then just comment down below and I will go ahead and make that video for you guys. So I hope you guys take this with you, and I just want to bring awareness to this. Please comment down below. Guys, women, men, there's just a lot of hate in this world, and we have the power to make this world a better place. And you don't have to be a dental hygienist to know that. Just be a human being and really understand humanity. Really don't take things for granted. Don't take people for granted, because because there's things that I don't know that you may know, and you may come from a different background, a different place, and you can spread that information to me and I can learn from you. We can learn from each other. And I feel like people in separation is just a terrible thing, and it's been going on for ages, years from our ancestors. But we have the power to change this world, make a better world for the next generation. So definitely take that to heart, take that into consideration. And I love you guys so much. If you're not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. And if you have any recommendations, anything you want to talk about, just comment down below. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you in my next video.